What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Alex here from Team Generations, back again with another deck profile. Today we're going to be looking at an updated list for Dragheart Luard. So this is going to be for V-Premium. This past weekend it was the Bushy Road Springfest Online, and I was really happy to see a lot of different Luard lists top. So with that, I've been kind of retooling my deck over the past month or so, and I was really happy to see that a lot of the lists look similar to mine. So I'm going to go over and just show you guys what an updated kind of list for this meta looks like, and some of the key changes that I made from my past profile. If you guys want to check that out for an alternative build, you can go do so. I will link that in the description below. But yeah, let's hop right in. Alright, so just before I begin, I just wanted to quickly mention that if you guys are looking for a bit more like an in-depth profile with the actual card skills and whatnot, if you're new to the deck and anything like that, go check out my original video. We go a little bit more in-depth into it there. This deck profile is just going to be me kind of laying out the cards, showing you guys the changes since then. I'm not really going over the skills as in-depth. But overall, the new strategy of this deck previously was aggro. Now it's more just like, okay, we're going to play for the long game. We think we can survive since we're not dying on grade 3. It's not like a Gurgit meta anymore where you're going to get rushed down by Gold Paladin. You have time to survive, and with that, no other deck can really put up as many like force markers as this, maybe aside from Mordred, which just isn't as good. So the longer you play, the higher likelihood of you just winning is. Like, your opponent will not be able to guard out your numbers by the end of the game, which is really, really nice. So let's hop right into the list now and get started. Alright, starting off, we are looking at 4 of Dragheart Luard, so no changes here. Still the same facilitator of the strategy. You want to pop that down, get your grade 1s in drop, make sure you can retire something on their field, just draws us. With the ride chain, it goes, this one first, the drag driver Luard next, and then you go back into him from Soul. We're at the end of turn, generating you 3 force markers per turn, which is just excellent. Like I said, nobody can really keep up with that, and just the overall idea of you retiring an opponent's rearguard as well as drawing a card at the same time and having its second skill essentially be costless if you have those 3 grade 1s in drop is just really, really nice. So next up, we are running Drag Driver Luard. Again, no surprise here, 4 and 4, 8 total. The idea of running 4, I know a lot of people used to run 3, but I think with the longer games, as games go on, you don't want to have to always search them or recur them back from your drop zone. You want to just have them in deck and just be able to search them out, and as such, I'm just running it at 4. It makes it a little bit easier on the pilot. So obviously, this guy's skill stayed the same. Swing with like a 38k unit. If you have 2 grade 3s in Soul, all of your grade 1s get that additional critical. A lot of pressure overall, still has not changed. You can counterblast 1 when placed to search out a lot of different grade 1s as well, so you're not afraid to kind of like recycle them ones from drop, put them into deck, call them back out with your drag driver. It's just really nice overall, and again, 3 force markers between these 2 per turn is just excellent. Like, nobody can keep up with that. Moving right along into the grade 2s, we are running 4 of the Leofol, just really nice. When placed, pop a counterblast, search our deck for a grade 1, call it to an open rearguard circle. You can go in and basically fetch whatever you want. And this is our Vanguard ride for our grade 2. This is our ride target. We don't have any other grade 2s with Vanguard skills, unfortunately, but just really simple, really easy. You could extend plays. You can go get your hand to be a little bit bigger. You can make a defensive play with this guy, or just grab the Morfessa if you really need to. So a lot of different utility. Next up, we are going into the Morfessa. So we are looking at Drag Wizard Morfessa here. I'm running her at 4 of just because I like the ride consistency. I feel like just running 7 grade 2s at the moment, like, it's not ride or die by our grade 3 turn. We have to just make sure that we have the correct cards and just aren't ditching cards from our hand needlessly with like a G assist. So obviously there is no ride deck in V-Premium. I really like Morfessa. She is the multi-attack engine of the deck. When she swings, you just basically replace her by counterblasting, getting a grade 1 from your drop zone, placing it on her circle, and then boom, you get 4 attacks instead of your normal 3. And again, those force markers jacking up these attacks just make it really, really devastating overall. And plus, if you're on your second grade 3 ride, your second grade 3 turn, all your grade 1s are going to be swinging for multiple criticals, which is really, really, really impactful. So I like her at a 4 of. Next up, moving right along, we are looking at a consistency play. So this is where the deck really changed more so than previous iterations. So we are looking at Drag Wizard Niece. So her skill, essentially, when placed on Vanguard, we can search the top 7 for either a Luard, the regular Luard, or the Drag Wizard Leofol. So just really making sure that our grade 2 ride consistency is there, as well as our grade 3, because we never want to go into him first. If you go into him first, the game is just, an uphill battle from there. You want to make sure you're on the correct Luard going on your first grade 3 turn, and she really helps us do that. Her second skill is when placed by your card's ability, we get the Soul Blast 1, and then choose one of our opponent's rear guards and retire it. So a little bit of spot removal if we need, but again, it's just mainly for that consistency play. Next up, I'm running actually her at 3 of, not 4 of. You can bump down a Morfessa if you really want to, bump her to 4 if you really want that consistency play, but this is just the the standard Brandwin. This is the standard V-Premium top 5 searcher for a grade 3, and if you add a grade 3 to your hand, you get to ditch it. It's conditioned for the extra 5Ks, having 3 or more grade 1 cards in our drop zone, so not too hard to hit in this deck at all. Again, we're really just using it for the consistency play overall. A little bit deeper into the game, it makes that nice 13K booster though. Next up, we are running 4 of Abyssal Owl, so like I said, we just want to have a nice hand, just be able to guard out, just defend, whatever the case may be, and Abyssal Owl allows us to do that, so it's when placed, we get to either a Soul Blast if we're on the same grade, or Counterblast as our opponent's Vanguard. If we're at the same grade, you get to Soul Blast, and then you can Counterblast one, draw a card. It's up to you which one you want to do, which is really nice, very versatile. This could be placed from hand, this could be placed off a skill, either way, so it is versatile in that regard. Really, really nice. I think that it is still necessary at a 4 of. Next up, we are looking at our main beater of the deck. So we're running Strict Order Knight Luals. I think that's how to say it. Luals. Anyway, its skill continues on Rearguard Circle. If you have 5 or more rearguards, grade 1 rearguards, this unit gets an additional 15k. So just really nice to have a 20k unit. If you stack 2 of them in the same column, it's really not hard at all to hit that like 60k, 70k kind of threshold, which just makes like impossible guarding numbers half the time unless you're drawing like an absolute ton. The next unit I am running is 2 of Sharon. I like Sharon because I feel like she is an extender. If you want to get grade 1s onto the field, maybe just fodder for Luard next turn, whatever the case may be, she is a good target for it. She can Soul Blast one, countercharge one, so you can still stay live for another play a little bit later, like if you need the more Fesso, whatever the case may be. So I really like Sharon. And then the last card in here, Sage of Risk Decramps. So this guy is a defensive play. Essentially, if your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, all of your front row grade 1 units get intercept. So you can just block out with those 10k shields, and we don't mind putting them into the drop zone because we can recur them with the Luard combo over here. So really not a big deal at all. Let's hop into the trigger now, and then we'll wrap up. Alright, hopping right into the grade 0s or the triggers. This is going to be very standard. I am running 8 crit, I am running 4 draw PGs and 4 heals. I think the idea kind of changed from the previous list. I think previously I ran an additional 2 draws just because I really wanted to see some of my key pieces. This is a lot less combo heavy. I'm not doing the bats, I'm not doing the Abyss Router in here. While they are still very valid plays, I just feel like you end up playing so much for the bat, or your Abyss Router turn is just not as impactful because it doesn't have that extra critical from a grade 1. The bat is just, you're setting up so much for it, where you can just be playing a long game with this and essentially having the same result. Yeah, you get 6 attacks, or was it 5 attacks off of the bats, but you get 4 attacks, oh my god, 4 attacks out of this iteration right here, and I feel like it's just a lot easier, a lot smoother gameplay overall. That's kind of my idea when I am piloting Luard. I think, if you are the type of player who wants to go combo heavy with the bats, totally go for it. It still is a very viable strategy. I would say maybe shy away from the Abyss Router now. You just don't really need to be rushing it down as quickly as we used to, and overall, I think that this trigger lineup just applies a little bit of pressure, gets us that draw that we need, in addition to us being able to search out a lot of our key units. Obviously, heals are just heals. You need them in the game, and any V-Premium starter that you want. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys haven't already, make sure to hit that like button on the video, possibly subscribe to the channel. We have tons of other overdressed content coming out, premium stuff going to be rolling out on the channel as well, which is really nice. I'm very excited to get back into that format, as well as just V-Premium. I am going to be retooling a bunch of other decks. I have Dantarian coming up, I have, oh god, what was it, Night Rose we're updating to, and I also have my Narukami premium list, which is also a V-Premium / premium list, so very excited to get this all out to you. Let me know your guys' list. If you guys have any changes that you would make or any disagreements here with my list, let me know. And this is Alex from Team Generations, signing out.